This is Congressman Bill Johnson. If you'd like to ask a question, give me press 0 on your keypad, and we'll get you into the question queue. Let's go to St. Clairsville. Judy, how you doing?
Fine. How about you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
My question is, what are you doing to help, or what is Ohio and everybody doing to help the RG Steel situation? We're going to lose a bunch of jobs here in our area soon, and we can't afford to lose any. And I didn't know if there was anything being done to try to remedy this situation and find buyers or whatever.
Yeah, Judy, very good question. I'm looking to talk to any company that would be interested in coming in and picking up where RG Steel left off. You know, I talked to RG Steel back when they bought these the 3 facilities from Severstal, and we had a long conversation. They acknowledged to me then that there was a lot of reason why starting up the steel manufacturing facility in Mingo Junction would have been a smart thing to do. Now, why they decided to go with their Maryland facility first, I don't know. But I think they know now that they made a big mistake. There is a ready workforce there in Mingo Junction. There is, you've got the Coke plant right across the river. There's a lot of reason why the Mingo Junction steel facility would be a good one to start up. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen, Judy. I can't tell you the date, but I can tell you that the steel manufacturing is beginning to get a lot of attention because there is a tremendous amount of steel required to support this oil and natural gas boom that's occurring in eastern and southeastern Ohio with the Marcellus and the Utica Shale. I'm going to continue to look to stay involved in the process, and I'd be willing to talk to any company and tell them why the workforce, the facility, the supply chain, there's a lot of reasons why they want to come into Mingo Junction and start that facility back up. I appreciate you asking that question. I think we're going to see in the future that others are going to begin to look at this the same way. Hey, let me ask you one more time a question, and give me your feedback, please. Do you support the Keystone XL pipeline energy project that will make America more energy independent and create jobs? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. This is Congressman Bill Johnson. If you'd like to ask a question, please do so. Press 0 on your keypad, and it'll put you into the question queue, and we'll take your question. So let's go to Tom down in Salem. Hi, Tom. How are you doing, buddy?
Real good. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, I appreciate the job you're doing down there in Washington. I heard not too long ago you introduced the bill before the House. It was to get FDR's prayer on the Second World War Memorial. I was told it passed. Now it's on to the Senate. How's that going then?
Well, hey, thanks for that question, Tom. It's coincidental that you asked the question. You know, tomorrow is the anniversary of D-Day. June 6th is the anniversary of D-Day, 1944, when President Roosevelt offered that prayer called "Let Our Hearts Be Stout" to the American people as a way of providing solace and comfort, not only to the troops that were going to go into battle and make that supreme sacrifice, but also to the millions of family members back here at home. The piece of legislation that I introduced, called the World War II Memorial Prayer Act, has passed the House of Representatives. Senator Rob Portman has introduced a companion bill in the Senate, and I am very optimistic that we're eventually going to see this come into law. I can think of no more fitting tribute to the greatest generation, to those that served, and to the family members of those who gave their lives in World War II. It's important to me. It's important to our World War II veterans and their families, and it's important to the legacy of those who sacrificed. So I appreciate that question. We're going to continue to fight that one and move it along. Hey, let me give you some feedback on the question that I asked you. I asked you if you support the Keystone XL pipeline project that will make America more energy independent and create jobs. Wow, 91% of you said yes. I'm not sure, quite honestly, I'm not sure how anyone could disagree with that, but there was about 10% of you that said no. Maybe someone who said no would press 0 and ask a question so we can maybe dig into it a little bit, and we'll talk about it. Let me ask you another question, and we can begin talking about that. Today, just today, President Bill Clinton announced that he supports the extension of the 2001 and 2003 era tax cuts that cut tax rates for all Americans, cut the death tax, cut the taxes on investments, and double the child tax credit. My question to you is, do you support extending these tax cuts as well? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Again, that was a long question, so let me do it again. Just today, President Bill Clinton announced that he supports the extension of the 2001 and 2003 era tax cuts that cut tax rates for all Americans, cut the death tax, cut the taxes on investments, and doubled the child tax credit. Do you support extending these tax cuts as well? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Hey, if you would like to ask a question, press 0 to get into the question queue. This is Congressman Bill Johnson. I'm really glad that you're on the line tonight. We're having a good discussion. Let's go talk to Clark down in Steubenville. Hi, Clark.
How you doing?
How are you doing, sir?
Fine. When I was a kid in Steubenville was okay, but since about the 1980s, a lot of people left the area because the steel mills started shutting down, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It got more worse in 90, and it got worse in 2000. Up to now, it's just kept going downhill.
Okay, so what's your question, Clark?
Are they ever going to bring any more jobs back to Steubenville?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Last I believe it was September or October, ABC News issued a report that said that over the next 3 years, we were going to see in the area of 10,000 new jobs created right there in Steubenville alone as a result of the Marcellus and the Utica Shale and the oil and natural gas boom that's occurring. I can tell you that I've talked to a number of employers that are poised and ready to start growing their businesses, and there is reason to be optimistic there in Steubenville. In fact, that same report said that back last October said that anyone who wanted a job in Steubenville could have a job by April of 2012. So I'm keeping tabs on that, but I think there's a lot of reason to be optimistic, and I pass through Steubenville all the time. I was through there last week, and we'll be through there again the next time we have a district work period. So we're going to be keeping an eye on Steubenville, and I hope that when I'm coming through the area that you'll come out and introduce yourself to me. I'd like to meet you.